Hello everyone, this is Welcome Bob back to another video, and today we're going to be looking at the Transformers Age of the Primes Skydive. So before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below which the video, or what else you'd like to see in the video. So into the figure himself. Here we have him in his very nice looking plane mode, and yeah, it looks like Skydive, that is for certain. So let's take a quick look at the details. Get a lot of nice like panel details throughout. Get nice black for the nose cone and the cockpit. I do kind of wish the cockpit was done in like a silver and orange. I think that would have looked a little bit better, but hey, this ain't too bad. So, and I do love this yellow paint that they chose for the wings. Looks really good. Typically, when you're doing, a lighter color on a darker color, the darker color will kind of bleed through, but I think they did a really good job on this. So, same thing with the tail fin too. It is molded in gray plastic. This is also packed separately in the box. Don't throw away your tissue paper until you actually have this and his two guns. So, but nicely painted in blue with the lightning bolt outlined in kind of a black. So. And there is the thruster. So overall, they did a really good job on the paint for this jet mode. So, and he does have a landing gear. No, it does not roll. This is a deluxe class jet plane. What do you expect? So, but anyways, as far as accessories, he comes with two of these guns, and they are molded nicely. So, and if you want to, they can store either on these pegs or under the wings. I personally choose under the wings. So get that plugged in and get that plugged in. And now he is ready for aerial combat. So yeah, looks really good. So, but anyways, as far as size comparisons go, here we have G2 sideswipe. So you can see that it is a decent sized deluxe plane. So there is that. And I don't know how I'm going to do this. Here we have a slingshot, air raid, and how's this going to work? Silver bolt. So team is shaping up nicely. Cannot wait for Fireflight. According to Amazon, he is due by the end of this month. But then again, this is also Amazon. I don't think they know when he's coming either. So, yeah. But anyways, as far as this jet mode goes, looks really good. They did a wonderful job on the yellow paint, especially on the black plastic. Fantastic work right there, Hasbro. I commend you on that. So, now one thing I do find odd is if we bring in Sky. My Aerobot names are getting mixed up. Yay. This guy, the guns on him are a little bit looser than, well, yeah, like this one's a little bit looser specifically, and both of these guns on Skydive are just fine. And another thing is, and this is totally just a me thing, these back tail fins look smaller than they do on him, but I think that's just because he's an all-black plane versus a mostly gray plane with black tail fins. So, yeah, that's just me. So, but overall, not too bad. But anyways, let's get down to transformation. So we're going to go into combine mode and then robot mode. So to get started, you want to take this back tail fin and rotate it 180. Go ahead and flip these ones up. Next, you're going to untab at this hinge right here the entirety of the front and just double hinge it back, and it will plug into place. Then you can bring the nose cone back on its own double hinge. Finally, push back the head, bring down the landing gear, and these wings will tab into place. You got a slot right there going into that tab. So get these tabbed in, and there is your combined mode. So bringing in the skeleton portion, at least the legs. What's going to happen here is you got slots with tab, and then hole, peg. So go ahead and plug this in, and I am plugging this in per what I have seen on like TF wikis, what they say the orientation is for the aerial bots. So get that plugged in, get this plugged in up here, make sure that's pushed in all the way, and there you go. There you have Skydive in his leg mode, and that's not too bad. Eventually I'll do some blue right here. Might be masking tape. I don't know yet. We'll see. But definitely Superion did not skip calf day. That is for certain. I do wish that these sat more in. Would have been nice. But oh well. Is what it is. But anyways, let's go ahead and get down to robot mode. So get this unplugged. Set that off to the side. And go ahead and remove the guns. Just because. So get these removed, and let's get started. So for the feet, bring them down, bring it up at the actual foot itself. Do the same thing for this side, and if you want to, you can totally leave them like that if you want, but per the instructions, because the instructions are so boring, they want you to double hinge this back, and it will just plug or peg into place. If you want to, you can fold these out to give the legs a little bit more aerial bot definition. Next, come to the arms and unplug them from the side. Flip down the hands. Then go ahead and flip up the head. Rotate it 180. Take the nose cone and just bring it up if you're coming from leg mode. And split the legs. There we go. There we have Skydive in his robot mode. And it looks really good. Clean transformation, all things considering. So, yeah. So let's take a quick look at the face sculpt. Focus. Come on. Focus. Thank you. Get the nice orange for the face. Nice blue for the eyes. Do love the asymmetrical chest he's got going on. So, yeah. Overall, not too bad. Now, I do feel like his proportions are off a little bit. Like his arms, like his forearms seem a little stumpy just because he's got a black shoulder area and black hands. The legs seem like really long. I don't know. It's just something proportion-wise it is just off. But oh well. Anyways, for articulation, you can do a full 360. Get a little bit of side to side. Thanks to transformation, you get all the way up. Arms can do a full 360. They go out all the way. Bicep rotation, which is a little bit loose, but not like stupidly loose. You get over 90 degrees of elbow bend. The wrists only move inwards. You do get a waist joint. Legs move forward that far. Back that far. Full splits. Thigh rotation. The knees do move inward just a little bit if that serves any purpose, but otherwise you get the full 90 degrees. And the feet, they move up. They don't really move down, but you get full-on breakage levels of ankle tilt. So overall, still pretty posable of a mold. And he can hold his guns just fine. So get this plugged in and plug this in. And once again, the guns do plug into the hand a little bit more snugly than they do on my air raid. So, yeah, overall not too bad. So, for size comparisons. Alright, and here we have G2 sideswipe and a quick camera adjustment later. So you can see that they're basically the same size. So there is that. And how am I going to do this? So here we have Silver Bolt, Air Raid, and Slingshot. So you can see that the family group is shaping up very nicely. Cannot wait to get Fireflight so we can finally have us a completed Superion. So there is that, and there is that. So I'm going to leave him in just for a minute. I took out one of his guns. So you can see what I'm talking about. And I'm hopefully not going crazy over this. But since his arms are one color, they don't look stumpy. Since his are two, with it being split up, it looks just a little bit stumpy. And even though it's just a minor part, the hips being black, don't make his legs look really long, whereas this one, from the hip to the thigh, just seems really long. Please, again, folks, tell me I'm not going crazy over this. These are plastic action figures. I don't need to be going crazy. So, but anyways, as far as this figure goes, it is a very nice figure. They did a wonderful job on the lightning bolts on the black wings. Fantastic job. Typically, you'd hear us probably say, oh, could have used one more coat or a couple more coats or whatever have you, but no, they think they did a really good job on it. So, yeah. Now, also an oddball thing is the guns on him fit in all the peg holes, a lot more snugly than they do on Air Raid. So, I don't know what happened there. Could be QC with my Air Raid or whatever have you, so I'm going to chop it up to QC. Haven't heard anyone else complain about that, really. So, yeah. But overall, still a very good figure, so. But I think that is about it, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more video reviews.